What is up? Bitcoin just hit an all-time high of 123K. Where were you? Where were you when Bitcoin hit 123K? Download that. Keep that memory in your brain because it was an all-time high. But did you guys take profit? That's the question I'm going to ask you. Did you guys take profit? Because personally, I didn't. I thought it was going to go higher. And I told myself in the bear market, and I had a target at 120K. I had a price target at 120K that I made 1 year ago that I was going to pull everything out of Bitcoin once it hits 120K. And did I do that? Nope, I didn't. I got caught up. And guys, that is what happens. And that's what I want to talk about. This is real. This money that's on your screen is real. And sometimes we don't think it's real. I mean, we work hard, we go and make the money, and it's just on our screen. Sometimes we don't think it's real. So we got to tie it to something. We got to tie it to something in our real lives, or we're never going to take it out. We're going to keep it. It's going to feel like play money, So honestly, I should have taken the money out, and only because I shouldn't take. I don't want to take all of it out, but I wanted to take at least 20K out. I wanted to ladder dollar cost average out, and that's the plan, guys. We're dollar cost averaging out so that we could buy back in the bear market, because that's where most of the wealth is made. In the bear market, once Bitcoin hits 40, 60, 80K, I don't think it goes above 100K in the bear market, to be honest. Just my opinion. But we're going to get Bitcoin very, very cheap. So our plan is to ladder out of Bitcoin, ladder out of alts, and reinvest in the bear market. So anyways, guys, the reason I think that Bitcoin pumped so much is because of BlackRock. BlackRock's ETFs. Now, an ETF is pretty much a piggy bank that BlackRock has, and it's pretty much funded by retail investors. The retail investors meaning the normal people. And these people don't want to go on Coinbase. They don't want to go on crypto.com and buy their own Bitcoin because they just don't want to deal with it. So they call up Big Daddy old BlackRock, and they have somebody do it for them. Yeah, give me some of that Bitcoin stuff. I'll take some. How's my Bitcoin doing? They call in every, 3 months. How's my Bitcoin doing? They just don't want to deal with it. So the BlackRock ETFs saw an inflow of all-time highs recently. So that's one of the reasons why Bitcoin pumped. Also, the weakening of the dollar. The dollar is getting weaker every day, and as they print money, the value of the dollar goes down. And what are people doing with it? They're buying Bitcoin with it. They're buying stocks. They're buying real estate. So that's also what we want to do. We don't want to hold fiat. We don't want to hold dollars. It's a depreciating asset. It's crazy to say that. Fiat is a depreciating asset. So we only hold 6 months in our bank accounts, 6 months emergency fund, and that's it. Everything else is going into crypto for me. Everything is in crypto. I'm a full-on degen, all in on crypto. So my money is going into Bitcoin, Ethereum, the big coins, Solana. I have a lot more other degen plays, but mainly my safe ones are those ones I just named. So we want to buy appreciating assets with our fiat money. But yeah, guys, my game plan is to completely get out of crypto. I know I'm not going to be able to time the top, because who does that? Who can time the top? It's going to be very, very, very hard. Nobody really times the top. So you kind of want to ladder out. The same way you bought in, the same way you dollar cost averaged in, you want to dollar cost average out. And did I do that when Bitcoin hit 123K? No, I didn't. But shit, best believe once it hits 123K again, I'm taking out 20K, or I'm taking out 30K, because I want to have some money for the bear market. And that's where the real wealth is made. But anyways, guys, just wanted to come on here. I'm pumped about the new all-time high. I want to know what your game plan is. Where do you think Bitcoin could go? Personally, I think you can hit, if anybody tells you they know exactly where Bitcoin's going, do not completely unsubscribe from that person, because nobody freaking knows where this thing is going. So anyways, guys, I think it's going 175 to 200K. 175 to 200K. Trump is putting in place so many things for this thing to just shoot off. I mean, he has $7 billion in crypto. You don't think he wants this thing to take off? So I think it's going to go to 175 to 200. Once they cut interest rates, they're trying to get rid of Jerome Powell, who is the guy who's in charge of the interest rates. They're at 4.5% right now. Trump wants them down at 1.5%. You know what that does? It makes it easier for people to borrow money. And what do you think people are going to do with that money? The smart people. They're going to go buy stocks. They're going to buy crypto. They're going to buy real estate. The not so smart people, the financially illiterate people, are going to go buy a car. They're going to go on vacation. They're going to go spend it on whatever it is they spend it on that's not appreciating. They're going to spend it on depreciating assets. So, guys, my plan is to completely get out of crypto and rebuy back in the bear market. My bull case for Bitcoin is 175 to 200K. What's your guys' price prediction? What's your guys' game plan? Leave it down in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I'm always learning, so I do read all your comments, and I would like to see what your guys' game plan is. Maybe I can adjust mine a little bit. Anyways, guys, thanks for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video.